Hey, this is Howie. In this video, we're going to focus on dividing fractions by whole numbers. Now, you may remember in the last video, to solve a problem like 15 divided by 3, we started with the divisor, 3, and counted our way up to the dividend, 15. Using that method, we found you can count by 3s 5 times to reach 15. This idea of counting up won't work when we're doing fractions divided by whole numbers. For example, in a problem like 1/4 divided by 3, we can't count by 3s to get to 1/4. So we're going to need to change our approach a bit. Instead of starting with the divisor and working our way up, let's start with the dividend, 15. Let's let this bar represent 15. Now let's work our way to the divisor. The problem is telling us to divide or split the bar into 3 equal parts. Let's make 2 cuts to divide the bar into 3 equal parts. And each part must be equal to 5. 15 divided by 3 equals 5. Of course, we already knew that. So let's apply this example to 1/4 divided by 3. And just like before, we're going to start with the dividend. Let's let this bar represent a whole. We're going to be working with 1/4 of the whole. And just like before, the problem is telling us to divide that dividend into 3 equal parts. Let's make 2 cuts to split it into 3 equal parts. It's perfectly fine to use vertical lines to split up the parts, but for this model, I'm going to divide the 1/4 section using horizontal lines so we can better see these 3 parts represented by the divisor. So what is 1/4 divided by 3? Here's where I want to reference the model we made when solving 15 divided by 3. In order to solve, we needed to find the value of each part. In that example, the value of each part was 5. Similarly, in our current model, we need to find the value of each of these 3 parts. Take a look at the model. Can you figure out the value of the part shaded in orange? Perhaps you thought to yourself, that part shaded in orange is 1/3. And that's true. That part shaded in orange is 1/3 of the yellow section. As you can see from the model, it is not 1/3 of the whole. And that yellow section, it is 1/4 of the whole. Therefore, the part shaded in orange is 1/3 of 1/4. As a side note here, this is why you might hear, when you divide with fractions, you can just multiply by the inverse. I had a tough time remembering that, and I never really understood why that worked. So using a model can really help you understand this process on a deeper level. To find the value of that orange part, we need to think, what fraction of the whole does that represent? We can extend these lines throughout the whole model so that we can better see the value of that orange part. And now we can clearly see that it represents 1/12 of the whole model. Therefore, 1/4 divided by 3 equals 1/12. Now it's your turn to try. Use a model to solve 1/3 divided by 5. Pause the video while you solve, and then press play to check your work.